What's going on, everybody? This is Unaccompanied Court with Joe Diaz. I am him. He is me, judge and jury sometimes. Judge Joe Diaz, what's going on, everybody? This is my brand new show. For those of you who follow me from my podcast, Unaccompanied Adult with Joe Diaz. Now, this is just a new venture, a new venue that I'm working on. So, in Unaccompanied Court with me, we take real life situations, real life drama, we break down the facts, we review the evidence, and we decide who is really to blame. I'm mainly going to focus on am I the asshole situations, but I will be more than glad to get suggestions from you guys, the audience, and also after everything's said and done, there's no juries, there's no bias, it's just facts. We, me being the judge and you being the jury, will render a verdict. With that being said, let's get into our first case. Now, this first case comes from the Am I the Asshole section from Reddit. Now, the person, or it looks like it's a guy, asks, am I the asshole for asking the check to be split after my date was rude? Now, I'm not opposed to going Dutch on a first date, but, there's kind of no couth behind it. So let's see what he says. I had a date with a girl. We had been messaging back and forth for a couple of weeks, and I said we should meet and get to know each other. She agreed, and we set a time and place. We met outside and made our way in together, making small talk. We got to our table, and the conversation flowed. Pretty solid start so far. It looked like it was going well, but whatever. I'm not judging your grammar. The topic got on to previous dates we had, mainly the bad ones. She said she had quite bad luck with dates and guys being only after one thing. She then made the comment, I hope just because you're buying dinner, you don't expect me to sleep with you. I was a little taken aback with that. Sorry. Whatever. I'm an idiot. And I said, of course not. Look, guys. I mean, we don't have to say it. Anyway, she rolled her eyes. We got back to the normal conversation for a bit, but I have to admit that after those comments, I was put off her. This guy might be British. Anyway, the date carried on, but the vibe was dead, and I wasn't interested in seeing her again or carrying on any kind of relationship. When the check came, I put down my card, and the server brang over the machine. Brought. I can't, whatever. Brang over the machine, and I gave him my card and said to split the check. She looked surprised and started to reach for a bag. She asked the server if he could give us a minute. When looking at her bag, she angrily said, I thought you were paying. I have to put a little spice on this. I kind of sarcastically replied, just because I asked you out, you shouldn't expect that I will buy you dinner. If looks could kill, I'd be dead. She mumbled that I was an asshole and pulled her card out. We quickly left after that and went our separate ways. I told a friend, and she said I was an asshole for doing this after I had asked her out. I said I just followed her rules by not expecting anything. Am I the asshole here? So, what is your fucking name? Hot Story 9390. Now, here are the facts. You asked the chick out. You asked the young lady out. You take her on a date. For the most part, things are going well, right? Things are going well. Conversation is flowing until it came to the topic of past bad dates. We've all had them. I've had my fair share. Now, you took offense when she said, "I hope you don't expect us to have sex just because you bought me dinner." Now, she has every right to sit and to make that comment because she has been burned or burnt, whatever, in the past by guys who and hey, fuck it, we'll say it, we'll call a spade a spade. A lot of guys are only after one thing, gentlemen. Say on your P's and Q's. Now, with that being said, she, I think, made a mistake by making those comments or accusing him, or in a way saying, "Look, I know guys are only after one thing, and you're just like all the other guys." Now, whatever, the mood can be soured after certain conversations, right? I've had first dates where I was like, you know what, this shit ain't really working out. And matter of fact, I've had dates where she was like, "We're not doing this again," like to my face. Anyway, now I am a man of a certain age. Uh I being in my 40s. I was raised by my mama, who said that on dates, guys should pay unless you're in a relationship, and then obviously it goes 50-50. But in the dating and the courting stage, the men should always pay, regardless if you're having a bad time or not. Fuck it, to write it off on your taxes as charity. I don't know. I know a lot of girls are out there just looking for free meals, but that doesn't seem like it's the case here. Like, she was generally into you until the mood soured. And I think the mood soured for you, not necessarily for her, because it appears that she continued on with the conversation and continued on with the evening, but because you felt a certain type of way, the date was dead, the vibe was dead on your half because you were kind of butthurt by what she had implied. Now, for the verdict, Hot Story 9390, I render my verdict as yes, guilty. You are an asshole. You're an asshole because you should have paid the full bill. I get it. Hey, you weren't having a good time, but that's based on your feelings and how you felt about her, and not necessarily she. From what you wrote, it wasn't really that fucking rude. You were rude by saying, "Hey, fucking split this," and without having a conversation with her first. Now, you could have manned up and said, "Look, I'm not feeling this right now. I think we could just split the bill and go on our fucking way." But you didn't do that. What you did was you caught her off guard and made her pay her own meal. Now, again, I'm not opposed to going 50-50, but a conversation needs to be had first. So, yes, Hot Story _9390, you are an asshole. And that is my verdict. So, whatever, man. I'll see you guys on the next case of Unaccompanied Court with Joe Diaz. Stay classy.